How's it going? Welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great and amazing video with your boy, the Savior. That's right, welcome back to the channel, and go down below and grab your turbo drivers, squeeze them hard in your hands. I want you to really hold on to them today, boys, because I have something pretty crazy to share with you today. Now, if you're new to the channel, which is highly likely, go down below and subscribe for fresh and original content 4 times a week. Become a member down below and get extra content and shoutouts for your channel. Join the channel, become a sinner today, because let's face it, it's 2021, boys. Now is the perfect time to become a sinner. That's right. And support me by becoming a member or checking out my music on Spotify and Bandcamp. Download it, support it. Thank you very much. So today, boys, that's right, we have some very interesting and crazy news coming from Elon Musk, okay? The grand wizard and overlord of Spacex and Tesla, okay? Pretty much Elon Musk is now the meme god and everyone loves him. I personally have always been a little bit wary of him because I see what he's doing with cryptocurrency and his influence on cryptocurrency and trading and stocks and shares. He's pretty much just another dirty, slimy capitalist at the end of the day. And yes, he is probably our best hope to get out into space. He is independent, but at the same time, he just wants to make the most money and make a monopoly on space travel and all of this stuff. I don't like his ideas around Neuralink and interfacing humanity with technology, fully integrating us into a symbiotic relationship with machine. I'm not a fan of that personally, funny enough, because that is just one step closer to the dystopian society that we are heading towards, and I find that pretty disgusting personally. We are supposed to be living one with nature and a part of nature, because that is what we are. We are a part of nature, we are biological beings, and I don't like Elon Musk's ideas of basically completely transforming us into a hive mind society. To be honest, that is pretty disgusting. Elon Musk will probably push us forwards to explore space and beyond. And funny enough, we really do need to do that because the planet is slowly decaying. I know, it's a fun time to be alive, my sinners. It truly is amazing, but let's just speak real facts right now, okay? Humanity is on the decline, okay? The world as we know it is forever changing, and this world, this planet will not sustain us forever. As it is, there are too many humans on this planet, so we obviously need to find a new home, a new planet, a new solar system, and we have the potential now to go out into space. We just saw Jeffy Bezos go and travel out into space, and of course it's these massive billionaires who have the potential to do it, but we have to start somewhere, because funny enough, in a hyper-capitalist society, we need people with lots and lots of money, because they are the only people who can fund these operations and travel the universe and the galaxy. That's just the sad realities of life. But, you know, my imagination was we would always go out into space as a humanity, as a collective, you know, something very hopeful. But of course it's all just about money, it's all about monopolizing space, and it just kind of shows you the true intentions of Elon Musk, if you ask me, because recently, the big news, okay, the reason I'm making this video is because Elon Musk is now truly monopolizing space. What Elon Musk is proposing is actually putting advertisements out in space, okay? And I don't think there's anything more disgusting than that, okay? Space is still the one thing that humans have not yet destroyed or have touched or have really influenced much, because it's gigantic, okay? Humans haven't had any impact really much on space, as we know, just around Earth. But that's right, because we love hyper-capitalism, because we love these mega corporations that pretty much own us, basically funding organizations that are pretty sinister, okay, let's be real. We're not going to explore space with the idea of helping humanity. That would be far too nice and idealistic, okay, because we live in this consumer-based world and this capitalist world where it's all about power and control. Sadly, that's just the world that we live in, because humans, for some reason, feel the need to dominate others, and I personally think that is a horrible trait of humanity, and we really need to evolve past that, but it looks like we aren't gonna do that. In 2021, we now live in a technocracy, okay, where our leaders are basically people with the most money and the most influence, these massive organizations and corporations working together with governments, okay? That is pretty much how society is controlled and influenced, and I personally find that disgusting. We need to be independent and we need to promote individual rights and freedoms, but of course that's not going to happen. And with the world slowly decaying, you know, climate change is a real thing. Sorry, my sinners, I just needed to pop a few mushrooms to get me focused and zoned in on this topic, okay? Because I keep going off on goddamn tangents, and I know that's very frustrating. That is the reality of this planet and of humanity. This world will not sustain us, and in 200 years or so, the world will start looking more and more like a wasteland where natural life and biological life won't be able to live, really, especially humans and other animals that we consume. So we really do need to start thinking about climate change. It is a real issue that we do have to take seriously, but it's just idealistic to think that we will all come together and will stop using fossil fuels and will start to use natural energy sources. That's just too crazy and idealistic to think that these massive corporations are just going to stop using all of these things that makes them the most amount of money. That's just not going to happen. So we really do need to find another planet to live on. And it's really cool to see people now like Jeff Bezos, even though he is a goddamn demon, going out into space and exploring the galaxy, knowing that we do have independent space companies that can do this, and eventually commercial flights to space will be possible where just normal citizens will be able to buy a ticket to space. That is pretty crazy, and that's just the times that we live in. We really do live in the day and age of future sci-fi, and that is really cool. But sadly, Elon Musk, okay, instead of just pushing his goal forwards and trying to get us to Mars, now what he's doing is he's proposing to put advertisements out into space. That's right, you heard me correctly. I never thought I would be saying this. It's so crazy. I mean, we literally now do live in a dystopian Blade Runner type world where we will see adverts out in space on satellites. Okay, so let's pretend you're trying to get away from the city, you're trying to have a nice retreat back into nature, okay? So you go camping, okay, and you're just looking up at the stars, you know, you're drinking a beer, you're, you know, next to a nice warm fire that you made yourself with your bare hands, okay? There's no goddamn official bureaucrats walking about telling you how to live. You're back living one with nature, and then you see a billboard flying above your head that's just promoting Coca-Cola or a new goddamn show, Rick and Morty for example, you know, who knows, okay? And you can't escape it, you know, this is a satellite in space that is going to be so massive that you will not be able to ignore it, okay? So we have literally now started to destroy space, if you ask me, because advertisements as it is already a problem, because you can't go anywhere now in life without seeing an advertisement. It's everywhere, okay? It's all over buses and taxis and shop windows. You know, if you live in a city, it's very hard to escape. Now let's talk about the digital world and advertisements. It's literally everywhere, okay? You can't escape it. If you're browsing the internet, you will see an ad pretty much every 2 seconds, okay? And that is needed to monopolize people who work online. Yes, I understand that, and I do appreciate that, of course. That's why please don't use ad blockers. But at the same time, it is also really, really disgusting, because it's just, you know, these big companies and organizations just trying to sell you something. You know, there's never adverts for smaller independent businesses. All of the ad space is already being brought up by the mega corporations and these big companies, okay? So it's just like they already get all of the traffic and it just never stops, and it's just really, really destructive to live in a world where you're constantly being manipulated and brainwashed. It's just truly foul and disgusting human behavior, if you ask me. But sadly, that is where we are at as a humanity. There's no escaping it, okay? Target advertisements are even more scary, where you're just talking to a friend or your girlfriend or whoever, and the microphones in these devices like your mobile phone or your computer, basically these organizations are constantly listening to you and tracking your keywords so they can sell you personalized adverts, personalized data, you know, directly fed to you. So, you know, it's just complete brainwashing. You know, it's so sick, really, if you think about it. Target advertisements are truly the stuff of nightmares, but people have just accepted it now, and that is the problem. We really do need to stand against it. We need to start living a more natural life, using technology simply as tools, and limiting our use on technology use and living a more natural lifestyle, because being consumed by all of these adverts 24/7 and having target advertisements reaching down to your base desires. You know, these advertisement companies know the worst desires about you, and they use their target advertisements to appeal to your worst and most base desires. That truly is disgusting. It is basically completely manipulating and brainwashing our human environment, and we really do need to stand against that. And it's worse enough that it's in our physical reality and it's in the digital reality, but now even when we look up beyond our human reach into space, into something that we should be exploring as a humanity and finding new homes and learning about new things and understanding science more and more and developing ourselves as a humanity, we're just going to see goddamn advertisements out in space. I mean, that is just so disgusting. That is so dystopian. I just can't believe that is actually happening, and it's people like Elon Musk who are trying to make this happen. So all of these Elon Musk lovers who just say, ooh, he's so funny, he's a goddamn meme god, okay? Ooh, he's so quirky and weird and he likes Dogecoin, wow. Actually, he's just a goddamn reptile. I really don't think he is the right type of person that we need to progress humanity, because if he's willing to put adverts out into space, that pretty much tells you everything that you need to know about Elon Musk. And I think a lot of people are not going to be happy about this, because it's just so sad, you know, because yes, we have put satellites out into space for science and entertainment purposes, but it is invisible to our naked eye. Having something created and purposely put out there into space, something so gigantic and huge that you're going to see it with your naked eye, it's just so disgusting. You know, having adverts out in space when you're supposed to be, you know, looking up and, you know, thinking about the realities of the universe and of life and beyond our human control and limits and our reach. Instead, we're just going to see goddamn corporations, you know, just adverts out in the heavens, okay? I mean, I've never heard something so disgusting. So let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, my sinners. It really is a crazy world now that we live in. Let me know what you think about Elon Musk and having advertisements out in space. We should be out in space exploring. We shouldn't be putting goddamn advertisements so these corporations and the super top 1% of these rich billionaires can just put funny messaging out into the goddamn outer space, where, you know, humanity is supposed to be looking at. And, you know, that is where we get all of our greatest ideas, is by looking up at the heavens and, you know, pushing our limits on what we think is possible. Instead, we're just going to be brainwashed further by mega corporations. It truly is a disgusting time. So I just wanted to talk about it. That is Elon Musk putting advertisements out into space. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Have yourselves a great day, my sinners. Stay moist and quonky. I'm very proud of my sinners who stay alert and keep their minds open, and anyone who keeps an open mind and thinks and is willing to change their beliefs, I respect you. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, share it around with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.